Good morning, darlings. I'm sitting here in my leopard dressing gown, drinking tea, and I know that I've got only 1 week left before our course begins, and I'm about 300 slides into the first day done, and which I've covered a lot. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you with that now because I'm also having to get set up technically. So I have a lovely client friend helping me, and he's in Australia. So we spend quite a few nights getting things ready for this, sorting out the things I bought, an iPad, and having new software and all kinds of technical stuff. And I'm hoping to get everything clear in my head for this weekend so that I have just 1 week left to prepare how I'm going to execute this. Honestly, the drama. That's my Jupiter and Leo trine to Mars. But I'm hoping that the second lesson and the third lesson is really going to be over to you guys, you know, putting everything into practice. But the first day is going to be going over very basic foundations of Earth and mythology, and, you know, just so you have an idea of the ages. And, you know, Earth is us. We are Earth. We're just in this video game. So I'm not at all ready. I normally do not do videos in the morning, but I'm just thinking, let's get this out the way because so much has been going on. So I'm just going to take you through a few posts. So we're going to just go from where I am, and then we'll have a quick look at Stellarium, and I want to make this as short and sweet as possible. So all over Facebook, people are posting the pigeon with the last branch of the olive tree. The hawk, Altair, Sagittarius. So let's get this to now. Here we go. Here's Altair, and we've got Venus and Mars conjunct under the hawk. These are the wings of Lucifer. This is the axis. Altair opposite Sirius, Sagittarius, Gemini. Jupiter has no air. Jupiter rules Sagittarius, mutable fire, and Pisces, mutable water. So there's, again, he's got 2 wings. He's got the tail of Will.i.am, tell, Willie, save Willie, and he's got Altair, the hawk, hawk's wings. That's not the eagle. Aquarius is the air. This is the hare. This is in French, it's the L's, means wings. This is the last branch. Olive is just the characters. Lot's wife, Virgo, turned to stone. So the hawk, Altair, Sagittarius, and the pigeon, Sirius, Gemini axis is how they crucify you upside down. The pigeon in French means dumb, duped, idiots. Pigeon, dupe, victim, harmed. In France, where I live, there are beautiful buildings all over this part of the countryside in the Gers, of the old pigeon, you know, and people still trap and hunt pigeons. It's a very big sport here. And there are beautiful old pigeon houses everywhere. I showed one in a video, I think the last one or the one before. So axis is how they crucify you upside down. The pigeon, yeah, we've done that. So the dove is a pigeon that heals the hells of Mercury, the fake wings, hidden hand. The olive branch is to finish the Hellenistic calendar. The dove is Lucifer. The olive is the wife of Popeye, Virgo, Lot's wife turned to stone, disguised as Venus. Jupiter, Zeus has no air, wings, L's, hair, air. He is fire. He uses the whales, tail, Willy I am, tell to be the diving duck. D-Day, he rises Cupid, Gemini, Hermes, Mercury as his child Peter Pan, wings in Gemini, Virgo, Black Madonna, and her son Dauphin, Lucifer. You are duped and ignoramus. It's the sword in the stone, death of the spirits. So Facebook is full of this, Banksy. This is coming back to Greece. It's always a flip-flop from Titans to the Olympic, the Titanic. There were two boats. The Titanic sunk, the Titans, and the Olympus boat survived. So this is the merging of the sun and the moon, merging Greece and Rome. So there is Pete, Paul, and the sinking of the Titanic, being crucified upside down, the sword in the stone, the word in the tone. This is just the whale's tail diving. This is somebody, I see the people following me on Facebook, so I went and saw who is this person following me, and he's just done this sculpture of a fish in the hand, the hidden hand. It's Jupiter. Jupiter does not have wings. This is a fish. Whale's tail, the dove, diving duck, the hidden hand, hawk and the dove. We saw Lady Gaga with exactly this. And this is Altair, same symbol as the Germans, where G7 is this year. The hawk and the dove, Altair, Sirius. Okay, we're going to try and get through everything really quickly because I need to start my day. And again, we've got the Peter Sellers with the pigeon, the parrots. Dr. Strangelove, we're right there now. The pigeon, the wings, Lucifer. This is the upside down, sword in the stone. Freddie Mercury, Hermes, Gemini, Black Swan, White Swan, Marianne, Faithful, Rising of La Marianne, Lucifer for the Paris Olympics, from White Swan to Black Swan, Eris, there she has her wings, the Liberator, and it's just the merging of the two to become one. Okay. So, BJ Blowjob, Boris Johnson's Are You Blind, Tipperary, Canary, Wolf, Flip-Flop, G7, the G7 Leaders Summit 2022 is expected to take place in June 2022. Expected, is it really going to happen? In June 2022 in the Bavarian Alps. Germany will take over the G7 presidency on the 1st of January 2022. That's where I live. Gers is a short name for Germany. Boris, as a boy's name, is of Russian and Slavic origin, meaning small or battle glory. Boris means divine, heavenly in Persian, glorious in battle in Slavic, and wolf, snow leopard, and short in Bulgarian. Boris is a form of Boris, which is a name of Bulgarian, Persian, Slavic origin. It's a long way to Tipperary, Flip-Flop, Boris. Then these are all, it's all Tipperary Island. It's a place in Tipperary. We've also got Lowes, Country Lowes, a civil parish in Country Lowes. That's Lewis, that's the Silver Gates, St. Louis. So I've read all that. I've taken that from an old post. So it's Boris is a Gaelic, the Wales, the Welsh, the whale's tail. And there is a very good image of what's happening. Okay, so yeah, out in, okay, alchemy. Kiev, URCRANE is 50 longitude, hidden hand, Hawaii 50 north. Hawaii 50 hidden hand and 30 east. So 5 and 3 is the 8-meter gate. Opens the KEYV5 Kiev. So exactly the galactic 13th sign gap. European flag, blue, yellow is the 12 stars needed. The last leg angle, 13th sign. URCRANE. Ophiuchus is the missing link. The Tartuffe Joker, Sun King to be added as the 13th sign. Corona Borealis. There are 44 DD countries in Europe. So 4 and 4 is DD, D-Day, Diving Duck. And 27 in the EU. So those are the countries. That is something, so you can see Corona Borealis, crowning of the snake, the blue, yellow, blue, water, earth, Europe, and it's France, it's Vega. Vega is going to be the new North Polaris, 10th house, and Spica is 6. That's the 10-6, the blue, the merging to make the new MC, and yellow is Asia. So there you've got Asia, America, and taking the water, the hidden hand. We've got the head of the snake right now on Medusa in Taurus to kill the deer, to make the stag ram in stag ram. So, okay. So this is exactly the axis, Sagittarius, between Scorpio and Sagittarius. They're making this, it's where the tail of the snake is now in Scorpio, and the head in this is Taurus, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Gemini. And this is the difference. You see 30 here. They will it's putting in the gap. There's Corona. Here's Ukraine. I've been talking about Bel, Ares, Uranus. It's the last communist land. So it's completely communist. And Ukraine. So crane, we'll be coming to that. Here's a Scorpio, killing Scorpio now, coming in to make the 13th sign. To make the 13th sign, the jolly green giant. It's the last leg, open legs being hung upside down. The division, you need, the wheel closes to 8, you need to get through that gap. Here's Pluto, here's the blue and yellow. Pluto exalted in Sagittarius. He is currently conjunct to Mars and Venus, war and peace. There he is, Venus and Mars conjunct to Altair. So Pluto is exalted in Sagittarius. Pluto between blue, yellow. URCRANE is your subconscious mind, currently in last degrees of Sagittarius, conjunct Mars, Venus. Red, blue, LO Asia, conjunct Altair on the altar. Pluto was the ruler of the underworld in classic mythology. The earlier name of the god was Hades, which became more common as the name of the underworld itself. In ancient Greek religion and mythology, Pluto represents a more positive concept of the god who presides over the afterlife. Okay, so that's... Somebody posted that. It seems there's been an earthquake 5.0 and in England 3.2. So we've got Hawaii 5.0, the same northeast longitude, latitude of Ukraine. But here we've got the plus 23 DNA. It's 2 degrees more. The thalamus. So Venus and Mars conjunct under the summer triangle. Vega, Venus, Mars rules the Liberty Pole spine. Milky Way, where Taurus, Venus, and Scorpio, Mars sit. Mars, Aries is the V in your Ukraine skull. Ukraine, Kiev, V5, and Mars, Scorpio, is the V of the female sexual organ. So that's where the Milky Way snake is. Between Taurus, Scorpio, should be merging in 9 years. The head in Scorpio and the tail in Taurus. So normally Taurus and Aries merge, Venus, Mars, and Scorpio, Libra, Venus, Mars, and we become one, the equinox and the solstice. Venus in Pisces constellation, V, victory, voice, found through the 90-degree angle of the voice. Venus is the clam of the sexual organs, shell, voice. The crane skull, where the hippocampus sits, the V, the cranes fly in a V. They're flying over now. They're right now, every day, loads of them flying over. So here we've got the crane, the last 90-degree angle, 007, the merging of the G7, 77 into one, and the jellyfish, Jodie Foster, the diaphragm finds the brain. Somebody asked me what that was here. So you've got the wheels of Ezekiel, and there again, just the ecliptic and the equator and the merging. This is you, it's your heads, you know, everything is symbolic. It's the crane, this is what we were shown, the G7, 77, and the last leg, steeple, that's your spine being flipped from one to the other, and Ukraine is from the MC to the east. It's the wrong way round, last leg. The voice, 77, male and female are merged as one. The cranberry, Australia, 46 chromosomes when I'm 64. It's the V in your head, the hippocampus, and then they show us the last leg, the last angle at 3:15. That's 3-3, crucifixion, 33 vertebrae, green tree, arbre, vert arbre. There's Spica, the blue star, that's Vega. It's Vega, that's what she says, Jodie Foster in that film. She comes out from the whirlwinds at Vega. It's the film La N, the N, Polaris, flip-flop. The V, it's all about the morning, evening star. This is the hidden, blind bit, exactly like a horse's vision. It's the famous Pascal, the merging, but keeping us on the tilt. That's what they're doing now. You can get it. I mean, we've covered this so many times. So Eros and Psyche, stealing the voice, the wings of the dove, the V, exactly like we saw in that film with Jane Fonda, JF Jellyfish again, and the merging of Mars, Venus to bring up Mercury as one voice, the Dauphin, Sun, Hermes with his wings, the Sun King, and Virgo is the Black Madonna. So it's sexual organs, the V, the V, the V, the diaphragm, the vocal cords. So that is just like the clam of Venus. We've covered all this. We're at the silence of the lambs. You've got Aries at the top, Scorpio here. It's all Mars and Venus. Libra is Venus, and Taurus is Venus as well. Mars, Mars, Venus, Venus. The voice is the crane, the hangman, the 90-degree angle. The voice, the deer hunter, to kill Taurus, to bring in the moose, the stag. Canada is the moose. the moss on the moors, the Morris dancers, and to illuminate your Morris code. The UN, diaphragm, breathing up to the voice. Got to bring it up to the voice, the connection. It's the last angle. Now we're at the Hellenistic calendar, LN, from NL to LN, N, and just the 4 legs that spin around, and we're at, there's the dove, the last doves, and the sword in the stone. Okay, so yeah, that is exactly. Red, black, yellow, blue, inverted. Blackbird is the fake golden dawn. Merle is a blackbird, and that's Merlion, Merlin. The crow is the true crown, crow. And the N, North Polaris, is when we stand up straight to hold the crown. The old crone, yes. Blackbird is Venus in Virgo, the evening star, Tsar. Back to Blackmore, black. So yeah. This is Debbie, who reminded me of Cat Stevens. Cat Stevens, who became Islamist, is a British singer, songwriter, and multi-instrumentalist. Red, yellow, cat on a hot tin roof. Sylvester, I thought I saw a pussycat. So morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Remember, we've got red, yellow. This is the axis of Sagittarius and Gemini, and that video they show everything inverted through a mirror. And this is, you know, this is what's coming up. We're being merged. Palestine, Israel will become one. They're going to give us the peace on April the 12th. We've got this conjunction of Jupiter and Neptune. Before I say anything, it's not happening. Let's just see. 4th, the 29th. So let's just see when that's happening. We've got Jupiter and Neptune. Right, well, I just kind of fell straight away. So that is the 12th. Boom. So we're going to be given some whale's tail, massive peace, and everyone's going to be happy. And, you know, and I'll come back to all that when I finish my course, because I'm just too busy trying to make the best course possible. It's taking all my energy, and I need to get that done. That's why we're just doing this very quickly today. So here's Morse code, Morris dancers, the pop-off. That's the beep beep. Your right brain, left brain, merging. So this was a post that was banned 4 times. So I put the pictures somewhere else. Instagram, the moose, north node on Algol Medusa. They kill her. The deer hunter's cow is not a bull, and the deer is not a stag. Mars, Venus conjunct, ruler of Scorpio, Taurus, where Milky Way snake is. 13th sign, chakra is Mo's cow. Vega, Lyra, Lie, the new bear, Polaris, Mo's cow, north node on Algol, Medusa. Unis Barba. So all the wins we had, Unis Barba is a famous French. I'll be showing you a picture of her in a minute. Back to Blackmore, the moss, mouse, moose, moors, on the moose, moss, NL, LN, the elephant, hierophant to LN, LN, Helen of Troy, Venus in Virgo, detriment from love to hate, new Vega, vegan, Tsar, mouse, Berber, barber, in the moose, mouse. There's a moose in the hoose. So how the Scottish people say there's a mouse in the house that Jack built, Pierre, Paul and Jack. Eunice Barber, the moose of the waves. Medusa Algol is a Sierra Leonean athlete competing in heptathlon and long jump. Barber initially competed for Sierra Leone and then for France from 1999. The Moors initially were the indigenous Maghreban Berbers. Their name was later also applied to Arabs and Arabized Liberians. The term has also been used in Europe in a broader, somewhat derogatory sense to refer to Muslims in general, especially those of Arab or Berber descent. Whether living in Spain or North Africa, its name comes from the Arabic Algol. Algol. This is where North Node is right now. The demon, and in the Greek myths, Algol represents the head of Medusa, Lot's wife, turned to stone. The snake-haired Gorgon, the head of which Perseus uses to turn the sea monster Cetus to stone. We saw all that last year when the Andromeda boat, the pirates at the Isle of Wight, was attacked. That was Perseus taking the force of Medusa, and then this October, Mars in Virgo giving the force to Virgo. So the fixed star Algol, which is part of the constellation Perseus and located at 26 in the sign of Taurus, is known as the demon star on Medusa's head. For centuries, it has been recognized for being the most evil star out there. Let's first start by acknowledging the stigmata of the supposed malefic star. Algol represents the head of the Gorgon Medusa, who was slain by Perseus. Medusa, and was the only mortal one of the three Gorgon sisters, was originally a beautiful maiden, but her hair was changed into hissing serpents. That's all the waves we saw with the storm of Eunice made the moose, the waves of the snakes, wrapping around the Eiffel Tower, the lighthouse, you, your spine, your brain, your Popeye, by Minerva in consequence of having become by Neptune the mother of Chrysaor and Pegasus in one of Minerva's temples. This gave her so fearful an appearance that everyone who looked at her was changed to stone. So this was the 22nd of February, the big date. There is the North Node on Algol. We've got Jupiter and the Sun in Aquarius, and Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Pluto all merged. Mercury in Capricorn, so the Black Madonna, and the merging of War and Peace. And we've got the little dove being shown all over Facebook. And yeah, opposition of Uranus and the Moon, where the South Node's going to move into the Alpha Omega, the last Cairo, Sword in the Stone is coming up. So that may well be, these may well have moved that 1 degree into Libra for that merging of Jupiter and Neptune. We're going to have the peace. Yeah. And the 13th chakra is Moscow. So, you know, this is us. Earth is a representation of our temple. Okay, so I just made myself a big fruit juice to keep myself vibing. So yeah, they've taken it off again. I was just looking for the pictures. I did a big post to go with what I wrote here, but I had to rewrite it about 4 times because I didn't write it on Word, and so they took it off. But I basically just put a whole load of pictures of the moors, of moss, of moose, Instagram, and Facebook has just completely taken it off every single time. No warn, nothing. You know, it's not like they just completely get rid of what I do. So, you know, and I've loads of just pictures of mice, of the moose and the hoose and the T-Rex Scotty party. And they didn't like that. But, you know, once you get that, the moose is the stag. It's St. Martin fast. It's Martin. It's Mars and Jupiter. It's Ophiuchus. It's the 13th sign. It's the moose. So, yeah, can you see the moose in the hoose? Never has it been more important that you join dots and think outside of your box. The European Erasmus and program will remain impotent. Erasmus, ras, put in. Put is whore in. Bring the whore in. Reduced to imps. Everything was prepared by the Theosophical Society. Rasmus is a shortened name of Erasmus. This is Swedish. A name which means beloved, and was the name of Erasmus of Formia, a well-known saint. Erasmus is the European Programme for Education, Training Youth. This is the Hitler Youth and Sport. It supports academic mobility, develops partnerships, and reinforces the capabilities of academic and research institutes. Campus France participates in the programme and promotes it through the Campus France offices abroad. It's all about your CRANBERRY died at 46 chromosomes. When I'm 64, Tribe of Dan DNA closure. If you want to get a cap, cape, a head, get a hat. You are the Liberty Pole. This is the Mad Haters T-Rex Scotty Tea Party. France Blue, Vega 10, Spiker 6, and LOLO Fantasia. Europe and Asia. Last element is your crane, skull, Ukraine, your head edge. You need the KEYV, Kiev, to open the door to the V5, V for victory, fifth element body member. Cairo, Chiron's last sword in the stone. The hand hidden Hawaii 50, and we now it's on the longitude of 50, the who. His histoire, wa is the goose, I, histoire d'eau. The new hidden force, Champ de Mars, Merlion, Mars in Pisces, Venus in Virgo, Dionysus and his pute, whore of Babylon, Black Madonna, and the Dauphin Sun King, Selene, Dion, Sun, Moon, fate merging. In French, you say Poutine is putain in French. In French, you say, everybody says every other word. Instead of saying shit, they say, oh putain, oh putain. The poot whore is in. Your crane, skull, Helen of Troy, Venus, copper, Queve has been replaced by the looking glass, lion, ice, fibre, earth, air, now covered by iron, fur, Lucifer and Pan, Mr. Tumnus, Bacchus is Dionysus, Mars and Jupiter, Mars and Tin, Venus and Virgo in detriment, from the beach, Venus in Pisces to the bitch, Venus in Virgo, from grace to the gas, the connasse, the new convoy. In French, con, this is Sean Connery, it's a lie, it's a joke, to con someone, and it also means cunt, or the cone of your pineal gland. The can, tin, canon, that shows the big tanks with the cannon, and in French, the Shah, the chariots of fire is a tank. Chair, share, flesh, chariot, Ukraine, crane, skull. Okay, so Hermes, here comes Mercury. We've got the red, blue, and the yellow. And this is a phallus. This is a dick. And they all sing I. This is the Erasmus program. There's also, there's another Erasmus thing in France to go and get similar word where everyone buys secondhand furniture. The blue and the yellow. It's all been prepared for a very long time. This is the Helen of Troy, the snake, the skull, the red and the yellow. This is the cherry on the cake. We've got the blue, red and yellow. The canary. Pierre, Paul and Jacques. Saint Martin with his cape. St. George. He's the hero. He's going to come and save everybody. 13th. Yellow and reds. Ophiuchus. Crocodile Dundee. D-Day. Amit. Devour of the Dead. The flag of the Dauphin being risen. Blue, yellow. It's the blue, yellow and reds. The water has become the blue. The world, you know, it's the new world order. There's the 10 and the 6. Blue and the yellow. This is the French new big thing called ants. I couldn't add that picture. They took it away. I've covered that. Barber is the giant mouse, the moose in the hoose. There's the mouse. And there is the yellow blocking the meridian to stand up straight. This is the Greek colours of Greece, the Hellenistic. It's the blue and white, and now the yellow. HP Source, Harry Potter, home of the Theosophical Society, Holland Park, Perfect Harmony, 5, Kiev, the 5, the Joker, the Hierophant, Jack Frost, the Frosties, the Year of the Tiger. This is the orange. We're going to be the merging of red and yellow in Palestine, Israel. There will be peace. There are the wings of Mercury, because Jupiter doesn't have wings, so he uses Mercury merging Gemini and Virgo. The Sun King, it's your spine. The Rastas, the Bohemians, Freddie Mercury. It's always this hidden hand. It's in London. And again, the fox. I know this was the old Ukrainian flag. It's only just been changed. Red, white and black. And this is that French film, An Indian in the Town. It's just what's coming, the visitors, the indigenous people, the barbers, the reds. We've even got a little yellow here, red and yellow. And Jupiter, the can, the tin, can, Palmer, the canon, in can, con, D-Day, red and yellow, the black, the Queen dressed as a canary, Popeye, the chimney sweep, Mary Poppins, Candace, Sirius. This is the Truman Show. We've just had the storm, Canis Major, Saint Martin, the Cape. And this is what's happening now. We're about to have that North Node, South Node go into Aries, Libra. Cairo, HP Source, Mercury, reds, yellow, blue and red, wheels within wheels, sealed with a loving kiss, Swalk, P.S. I love you, with Russia, from love, with love from Russia or whatever. There's the spine and the cherry. They've got the ants, they've got those, you know, whatever they are on the cherry. This is going into neoclimes, underworld, the cherry, the bear, Russia is just the North Polaris, flip-flop, the V for victory, the cow. Okay, back to the beginning. Muslim life in Ukraine, a video that was posted on September the 11th, I noticed. If you want to know the ending to all this, Europe, Asia, blue, yellow video posted 9/11. Mask, mosque, musk, a tears, tars, tears. Belarus, 20 years under dictatorship and a revolution behind the rest of Europe. If you ever been, I've been posting about Belarus for a very long time next to Ukraine. People completely closed in another world. As father and son, dictatorship in Europe. This is very good thing I found, 25 important facts about the Ukrainian flag. You can go and look that up. This is the guy I saw following me. So he's just put up on Valentine's Day this statue of the fish as a hand. That's Mercury. Mercury rules the hands, the arms, and the lungs. It's the viticulture, the journey from the grapes, the lungs, Virgo, to spirit, water, and little Mercury Gemini has got his hand in it. So here is your red cherry and your canary in your brain. This is your head. This is the cage. I taught a putty cats. And I'm just talking all about Sylvestre is a masculine given name of Latin origin and derived from silva, meaning the forest. Yup. This is Forrest Gump. Green Man Pan is a two American 3D computer animated Looney Tunes short film featuring the characters Tweety, Sylvester, and Granny. So Capricorn, Granny, and this is the yellow-red axis of Sagittarius, Altair, and Gemini, red-yellow. It is an adaptation of the song, so then I just go into Nana. The Sumerian name for the moon god may have originally meant only the full moon, whereas Suen, later contracted to Sin, designated the crescent moon. At any rate, Nana was intimately connected with the cattle herds that were the livelihood of the people in the marshes. Again, the marshes, the moose. These are the moors of the lower Euphrates River where the cult developed. The city of of the same religion, Erasmus, Queen Elizabeth, was the chief center of the worship of Nana. The crescent Nana's emblem was sometimes represented by the horns of a great bull. Nana bestowed fertility and prosperity on the cowherds, governing the rise of the waters, the growth of reeds, the increase of the herd, and therefore the quantity of dairy products produced. His consort, Ningal, was a reed goddess. Each spring, Nana's worshippers reenacted his mythological visit to his father Enlil at Nippur with a ritual journey carrying with them the first dairy products of the year. Gradually, Nana became more human. Dairy is white, it's white people. More human from being depicted as a bull or boat. Because of his crescent emblem, he became to be represented as a cowherd or boatman. Sin was represented as an old man with a flowing beard, a wise and unfathomable god wearing a headdress of 4 horns surmounted by a crescent moon, the last king of Babylon. Nabonidus reigned 556-539 BC, attempted to elevate Sin to a supreme position within the pantheon. Silver is a shiny, precious metal that has the highest reflectivity, electrical and thermal conductivity of all metals. Because of that, silver, quicksilver, mercury, moon is silver, is widely used in electronic devices, solar panels and batteries. So I've got all the solar panels, the Sun King, Mercury. A silver glass mirror is coated, so this is all the new fiber, is coated on its black surface with silver, which produces images by reflection. Astrology operates with packed concepts, just like mathematics, formulas describing guiding principles, metaphors, or symbolic connections between spirit and matter, non-physical and physical, the cause, action, and the result. In astrology, the moon represents the principle of fluidity, water, and generally liquids, femininity, sensuality, reproduction, intuition, ability to receive and reflect like a mirror. That is why in different historic traditions, moon traits are described as reflection, multiplication, femininity, receptivity, adaptability, nurturing, giving power, protection, and the mother principle, cleansing and recharging power. Silver was the most important antimicrobial agent available before the introduction of antibiotics in 1940. The Greeks, Romans, Phoenicians, Macedonians, and ancient Chinese widely used silver for its powerful antibacterial properties to preserve and purify water and food. Today, silver is incorporated into wound dressing and antimicrobial coating in medical devices. Ever since the dawn of civilization, silver successfully heals, protects, and eliminates bacteria. And of course, silver is widely used in jewelry. So that feminine axis, red, yellow, and him, Sylvester, the sly, Vesta, This is the hidden hands. There is the Olympic and the Titanic. So Titanic sunk and we're back from the Titans to the Olympians. Yep, the Greek mythology confirms what I've been saying, worked it out before I even knew it. La Marianne is rising, Black Madonna and her Dauphin son. This is all me preparing my course, you see. I'm going through all mythology, basically. So it's taken up a lot of time and making the slides, because I'm onto Google Slides now. So, yeah, I've been learning a lot, joining a lot of dots. La Marianne is rising, Black Madonna and her Dauphin son, Macron, La Marianne, Doctor Who and his apprentice, Dr. Higgins and My Fair Lady, Hades and Persephone, Lolita, Pygmalion and Gigi, GG9977. The two angles is 90 degrees, so Gigi is written like a G, like 99 red balloons. Lucifer rising, Marian faithful, Sagittarius Virgo from 6-9 to 10-10 Downing Street falls, and Jupiter rises 9-6. So that's your 69, 96. 9th house becomes a new government, the guru, big bro, and the children, new flip-flop. So here you've got the Titans. So you've got Kronos and Rhea. So instead of coming back to Saturn, we've got Kronos, Sagittarius, and Virgo being the new 10-6. There they are. Jupiter rising, old MacDonald's, Macron, with his Marianne, the guru, the big brother. So we've got Storm Eunice. These are the, this is the, look at that moose, the waves. So yeah, they just complete, there's Eunice Barber. Eunice means victory, and to the Barbers. There's the moose, that's that rocket being set off, makes the moose as well, the powder. Got those doves up and down. This is Africa and Europe. JM, Jupiter, Mercury, Baghdad Cafe. So exactly where G7 is, in the Bavarian. She was Bavarian from the mountains. Also represents America now. This is how they've spread us all out. They've spread the white people to all the Commonwealth countries. They've made America black. It's all... Here we are, the whale's tail, the diving duck, Suez, Zeus. So we've now got the meter closed, Zeus and Zeus. That S has become the meter sign. The green man. There she is, back to black. 14 pieces of Osiris. V for Vendetta and the young girl, Sagittarius Virgo. Lucifer rising, Jane Fonda, JF Jellyfish. It's Corona, that girl. And this is, I've got this an astrology book, which is all modern art pictures. And there you've got Sagittarius and Virgo as the main characters behind the Sun King with Babylon. So the fire with the Virgo girl, and Libra and Scorpio are kind of hidden down here, but this is all the modern arts. And you've got Gemini at the top. Marianne Faithfull, Doctor Who with his apprentice at Notre Dame. The skull and bone cross. Jump to the left, a jump to the right. There they are, with the Mona Lisa. And Marianne is a paper in France. Okay. When Eunice Barber s'envolait, swept away dans le ciel de Paris. This is how they write about her, in the sky of Paris. The Tempest, Eunice Barber born November 17, 1974 in Freetown, is a Sierra Leonean athlete competing in heptathlon and long jump. Barber initially competed for Sierra Leone and then for France. Okay, so this is about the sailors. This is it looks like Unis, Uinin, the colonies of Miletus. Not sure what I was on to there. So again, this is just, you see, it's the mousse, the powder, the waves. So this is Jupiter, water and fire to make the mousse. The elephant, the barber, the north. See, that's just from the Little Prince. Elephant going round. Okay, the lighthouse, the Truman Show. And the Seventh Sister, London Grammar on the same little boat, the same little vessel. That's you, your vessel. That's her London Grammar, and they show just like the waves of her dress, to lose your heads. Her last song, this is in the capital where I live, in Morand. Got this. Okay. So talking about the LN-NL flip-flop. Oh goodness, what have I written here? Okay. Well, look, you can go through that. I'll let you, it's all about the Hellenistic. So here we've got the doves all over Facebook with the last olive branch. So they get everybody in their unconscious state to do the work they need to finalize the who. And all over French papers, they're always talking about the breakhead, the casse-tête. The casse-tête, which is the Nike. The Nike of Samothrace is considered one of the greatest masterpieces of Hellenistic art. So it's the Rolls-Royce, Fairy, Romulus and Remus. So yeah, this person I've been talking about, he's just been closed. It was a guy, not a girl. He's called Le Landais, no, whatever he's called. That's what this post is about. And he's got peppy jeans on. This is Pete and Paul Jupiter, JP, PJ, genes, your DNA. So he's just been closed up because his name is NL, Nelly the Elephant, and we have now been flipped to LN, Hellenistic. Hell, and apparently this film, there's a film just coming out, Hell Hath No Fury Like a Woman Schooled, Hellenistic, bringing up Helen of Troy. Venus in Virgo. Again, the famous film, My Village, is called Enyo. That's N, hate, the Mad Hatter's Haters Tea Party. Okay, and so then there was a big fire there was a fire, 3 buildings. So this is the guy they got to be the witness with his Addis Das. Alexander III of Macedon, Greek, commonly known as Alexander the Great, was a king of the ancient Greek kingdom of Macedon, a member of the Argead dynasty. He was born in Pella, city of ancient Greece. In 356 BC, he succeeded his father, King Philip II, to the throne at the age of 20 and spent most of his ruling years conducted a lengthy military. Anyway, so military stretching from Greece to northwest India. He was undefeated in battle. So Candida, Adidas. 3 buildings burned, Alexander III. And he also talks about Sirius. We get his dog. He talks about, so this is the fire. 8 people, again, 8 people, Venus. died, cycle, and he says, I was taking my dog out, as I always do at that time. So, you know, chien is the dog, Sirius. Canis, again, the castettes of the third dose. Castettes, and then the front newspapers, so massive propaganda against the English. Comment l'anglais, how are English people a menace to the French? So we're in trouble. There's that guy, Nordala Londes, NL, closed for perpetuality. And here we've got the Toulousian à fleur de peau. So this is, peau is where the North Star is. This is a play on the word skin, famous French film with Catherine Deneuve, Peau de Daine. She doesn't want the sundress, or the moon dress, and she carries the skin of the donkey. A fleur de peau means to be very sensitive. So that was a big rugby match on the same day, and they was between red and black, and Toulouse is to lose your head, Toulouse-Lautrec. And again, so yeah, should we worry about the coming back of the wolves? So I'm just walking my dogs at Lupiac. Last Thursday, what day are we today? Friday or Thursday? Friday. So a week ago on Thursday, I was walking my dogs and a big dog jumped out at me, and it was a wolf. So it was a tamed wolf, but I didn't know that. And I heard the men really worried because nobody walks around there, and that wolf wasn't meant to get out. And so very weird. And then I got back to Lupiac, to the lake, and there were about 70 Islam people on a retreat at the Chateau Lacoste, the crocodile, and very lovely. We had a chat, and they said that they're doing a journey of the four corners of Europe and ending it there. On the day I saw a wolf, they were all very frightened of my dog. They filmed me playing with the dogs on the beach. I said, don't be worried about my dog, just watch out for the wolf. So they called the owner of the chateau that I know, and we went up, me and him, to go and see who these people were with the wolf, and they weren't there anymore. But the woman who had the house said they just come, and it's a tame wolf, and they're called Wolf Le Chien. And I was talking to a man I just met walking last weekend. I was talking to a man, I told him this story, and he said, that's really funny because I was driving around there at 2 o'clock at night and a wolf came out in front of my car. So they've got the wolves out for Lupiac. Catch 22 is where we are, back to the beginning. Okay, Canberra, canary bearer, the bear of the canary. He who carries the can adder and makes the upright cranberry skullberry. So, and then I'm thinking, actually, this is Canberry, bearer, Chanel 5, birdcage, Helen of Troy, the presexual Marianne, Blue France, Vega 5, pointed, New North Star, LN, Yellow Asia, Yoko Ono, Canary, Wolf, London. The Canada, North America, is above the crane skull, the adder. And the red cherry is Canada, DNA, Dan emerging, Vega, Mose cow, new axis flip-flop. Canada, and makes the up, you can read that, boom, boom. My village, Sylvester and Tweety. D'Artagnan, this is and then here's the cats, the tiger, the cats, trying to save this 5-year-old boy who fell down a well. And look at all these people in Morocco, the 5-pointed star, digging into the well, digging into your brain. Here are the cats. Puss in Boots. There's Vanessa Paradis in the birdcage, like Tweety. It's your CRANE, it's your Ukraine, it's your crane. Chanel 5. And she did a famous video. There she is. She's the blackbird, no longer the yellow bird. This is Virgo in Venus in the cage. And again, all those can pictures and cranberry, canary wolf, London, between the two pillars, the new rising. It's the berry, the blackberry, the Canberra, and I've showed you that before. And this is the maypole queen, my great-grandmother, and we've seen that before. There's an intruder in the five-pointed star. There's some kind of beast there. There you see again. That's my great-grandmother. So, the maypole, Mayday, maple flower of the Canadian flag. The canon. In French, a very good-looking woman is called you say she's fit. She's fit. She's canon. The can is on. Cain and Abel, the can. And the bowler hats. This artist guy who's done the hand, he was wearing his polar hat in the pictures. Gemini, the twins from Tintin. There's the bowler hat and the two cranes. Jude, Paul and Pete become one. Right, the Milky Way being cut by the hawk. That's what's happening right now. And this is very important, all in yellow and red as well. The contrast, 1792 is the same thing as 1972. Lucifer Rising, the film came out. So British liberty, religion, morality, loyalty, obedience to the laws, independence, personal security, justice, inheritance, protection, property, industry, national prosperity, happiness. And French, atheism, penury, rebellion, treason, anarchy, murder, equality, madness, cruelty, injustice, treachery, ingratitude, idleness, famine, national and private ruin, misery. So very much the vibe of where I live. And voila. Lost where I was, but since I posted this post, I read at the beginning interesting things people have sent me. This is the diving dove. Wow. On Notre Dame, all in blue, the new Black Madonna, the new blue for France. They've reconstructed Notre Dame. That was all happened in 2019 until now. It's been rebuilt. And Lars, crest of Ukraine. Wow, it's the diving duck. Wow. Wowee. Okay, I'm going to wheel down, see if there's anything left to show you. Yup, pandemonic, exactly what's happening now. Amalthea, Capricorn in Greek mythology, being taken by Zeus as Pan, like Sagittarius before. The sign of the zodiac named Capricorn is another constellation with different creation myths. Some tell of Capricorn, the sea goat, being a likeness of the goat suckled by Zeus when the supreme god was a babe. Some call this god Amalthea. Others tell of Capricorn being the representation of the god Pan, whilst others say it is Pan's called a Pan, who may or may not have been Pan. Pan was a minor god who appears in Greek mythology. I hate marzipan. I wonder if that's just that made me think of marzipan. I really don't like that taste. Appears in Greek mythology twice, assisting Zeus as he did battle in the first case. Pan sided with Zeus during the Titanomachy. This is all the stuff I've been covering from my first astrology course. And when Pan entered the battlefield, he would emit such a noise that would cause Titans to flee. Pan also appears during the uprising of Typhon, and whilst gods fled before Typhon, Pan would return to assist Zeus When Typhon took the sinews of Zeus, Agipan retrieved them and made Zeus whole once again. So the 14 pieces of Osiris, and there is Capricorn, and she's so Empire, Sagittarius, and make Ophiuchus the Sun King. They take Pan, Capricorn, the government, higher authority is theirs, but they take the beast, the goat, the flesh, not the fishtail spirit. Ruth, truth becomes ruthless. They make Merlion, not Capricorn. So it's exactly what's happening now. Got the blue and the yellow again. The blue and the yellow. And Marzipan, Mr. Tumnus, Zeus. Wow. Wow. Yeah, but she's, you know, she is the goat and the fishtail. And we've got Merlion coming in Asia. We've covered that. The goat, the lion with the fishtail. Okay, again, we've got Dr. Dre at the Super Bowl. So you've got 3 hidden kings, and this is just the flag of Canada. It's the Green Man, 2001, 9/11, Odyssey 2001. You've got the blue and the yellow, and the Black Madonna. 6 classes close, 5 open. Again, it's the 56, and this is the age of Dr. Dre. He's also 56. So again, the 56 years that Pluto spent in Cetus, the unconscious collective, in the Victorian era when all this was planned. So again here, 56 years, it's in the newspapers all the time. Oh, this is the last bit of the motorway, very important. Yeah. So look, you've got 5 and a hidden intruder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 3 kings, the Black Madonna, her Dauphin son, and the hidden guy here. Okay. Queen, 70 this year, the last leg. Okay, Valentine's Day, we'll finish with this. Big day today, JC, Jean Castex, Akka, Jesus Christ, Joker, Jupiter, 2442. Symbol opens RN124. RN, Romulus, Remus, Wolf, N, Hen, North Polaris, last leg on Valentine's Day. Akka, Baal, worship. Lupercalia festival, fertility, sex, rape, and the beast rise, or you reach your 9-6 chakra. Super Bowl, bowls, bowler hat, 2 cycles of 12 wheel closes prematurely to crown the BB. Ophiuchus, 13th, fake sign, 13 is just the B. To take the MC head crown, killing Scorpio is today. Valentine's is Lupercalia festival of Romans. The last bit of motorway, 13 kilometers, the last 9-6 kilometers completed after 25/7, last chakra, last leg to obtain third eye. The motorway is your spine between the Isle of Jourdain, the Jordan Nile, the Nile, Nile, line, crocodile, last leg, last 13 kilometers of motorway. So that's the last 13, and this is the 9-6 bits. So it says, le Premier ministre Jean Castex est attendu dans le Gers lundi 14 février. Il doit notamment inaugurer le contournement de Gimont sur le RN 124. Pour rappel, la nouvelle rocade de Gimont. So Gimont is G, the mountain, the G on the mountain. It's the G spot. It's the Mount Gimont. S'entend sur 9-6 kilomètres et a nécessité plusieurs années de travaux pour un total estimé à 106, so 10-6, 106 million, that's your 10 and your 6, and 9-3 is 11, 9-10 is 12, the closing of the wheel. Financé par l'État à l'auteur de 45%, that's the angle when you're on the earth. If you want to find the North Polaris star, there's always the 45-degree angle. The region, 32nd department, un peu plus de 5 minutes. So the people are going to gain 5 minutes, 5-pointed star. So this was all the big Valentine's Day, 25 years to wait, exactly like that front cover of the film, La Haine. It's put 25 years, 7. It's the last there, 25 years after. Exactly what they've put here, 25 years waiting. It's the last leg. So you see, you've got 96, 1,000. That's how many kilometers this road makes, 96. And that's Saramon, Solomon, now it's Sarah, moon, the Sarah moon. Exit 15. 15 is the date of the Janus. We've covered all that. It's the Satan and the 5 hidden hands. So it goes from the Gimont to the Ile de Jourdain. It's the Jordan River. The motorway is always the spine. Here come the helicopters. There's that 45-degree angle. It's always the vision between the 8 of your vision. And this is our president. He's an actor. He's a comedian. Okay. 1 hour long, not so bad. And at least I feel like I've caught up and I can finish focusing on our course starting next week. Get an email out to the people joining me so you know what's happening this weekend. I hope to do that. And a quick look at now before I go. I've got this set up in Kiev. So again, there's Mars and Venus. We've got the moon on the tail of Scorpio. So we're coming up to a new black moon. And that's going to be good because it will be the end of this month of the Capricorn energy. So the new moon is on 32. Oh, goodness gracious. So that's exactly where I am, the 32. Jupiter conjunct for this black moon in Aquarius. And we've got a conjunction here of Saturn. Is that Mercury then? Yeah, Saturn and Mercury for this new black moon. Goodness gracious, that's a big date. That is a big date because we've got everybody in the kingdom. My goodness. Just Mars and Venus still under Altair and all the planets just here. Wow-wee. And wow. So I'm always thinking about what's going to happen in my region and, you know, is there going to be something, and that is on the 3-2, 3-2-3-2-2-2, wow. So that is really the merging of the Black Madonna and her child, and Jupiter taking over this energy for the whole month of the new moon in Aquarius. This is Prometheus, who was put to the rock and had his liver taken out every day because, you know, the wheel moves. So Sagittarius is currently here, but this is the original air. It's the air. This is the air. This is, he doesn't have any air, he doesn't have any wings, Jupiter, but now he can, he's right, it's right under Pegasus. This is Pegasus, this is that, you know, that's why in the Black Stallion, and they've got, he needs wings. He needs those wings, and Jupiter is going to come as that Black Stallion. Goodness. Okay, well, I just wanted to fill you in, and I'll be writing an email to the people doing the course to let you know what's going on. And I love you very much, darlings, and I'm not doing any readings whilst I'm preparing all this, but I will, if you want to book now, you'll have, I'll be starting again at the end of March. Okay, all my love, bye.